first address. Sir, I would like to bring to your notice that privatization of Visakhapatnam steel plant is a matter of concern for our state and people. It has not gone down well with the people of our state. It is the largest public sector we have in Andhra Pradesh. It employs over 20,000 people directly, and more than 20,000 people are dependent on this steel plant indirectly. So any move to privatize this doesn't go well with our state people. So the plant was announced by the then Prime Minister in 1970 after a decade-long struggle and more than 35 lives being lost. So the famous slogan, Vishaka Ukku Andrula Hakku, was the slogan then to achieve this steel plant. Sir, it has, Madam, it has a lot of sentimental value for the people of Andhra Pradesh. So we oppose the privatization of this. So the company was profitable from 2002 to 2015. The debt burden now is 22,000 crores with an interest rate of 14%. And I would like to quote what our Honorable CM wrote to the Honorable Prime Minister. He said, "The steel plant stands as a testimony to the will of the Telugu people, and it is considered as an icon of Telugu achievement. In our collective sight till date, the government of AP is ready to work with the Ministry of Steel to protect the jewel of AP." So our government is ready to work with the central government to put it back on track, to help it recover and become profitable, ma'am. We have the following suggestions to put it back on track. The company is making a profit of 200 crores monthly right now, and it is doing a production of 6.3 million tons per annum against the rated capacity of 7.3 million tons per annum. This performance must continue, and it should be consistent for years to come so that the debt burden goes down. And the second point is there should be a level playing ground for all the public sector units. For example, there are no captive mines for Visakhapatnam steel plant, and we are paying an additional cost of 5,260 rupees per ton. And this translates to 3,472 crores per year. And if you compare to SAIL, which is a competitor of Visakhapatnam steel plant, they have captive mines where the material is available for the next 200 years. So a level playing ground and a captive mines will definitely propel the Visakhapatnam steel plant into profits. And the third point is the company has a land bank of 19,700 acres, and it is close proximity to Visakhapatnam city, and it has got great value. The current market estimates are believed to be more than 1 lakh crore for this 19,700 acres. The debt is only 22,000 crores. The interest rate is 14%, which is very high. So we suggest that converting short-term loans into long-term loans, and we also suggest that these loans can be converted into equity to save the interest burden. And we also suggest that we can give the banks an exit option by listing it on the stock exchange, or even we can sell this land, we can plot this land and sell like 2,000-3,000 acres. Will definitely wipe off the debt burden which is there on this Visakhapatnam steel plant. So YSRCP requests the government to reconsider the disinvestment plan and explore other opportunities. We assure all our support to the central government to put the steel plant back on track, ma'am. And I would also seek support from the government. So in line with the Honorable Prime Minister's vision of achieving 1.75 gigawatt solar capacity, solar power capacity, the government of AP has recently concluded 10,000 megawatts of DC solar power projects. Big companies like NTPC and other top private people have participated in the bids, and the rate has come down to below 2.5 rupees, ma'am. So this also is helping our discoms fall back on track and wipe down the subsidy burden to an extent of 3,800 crores per year. So we request the central government support for us to set up more solar power parks and also put up pump storage units so that we become dependent more on renewables. And I would like to bring to your notice that The previous government, the debt of the discoms raised from 33,000 to 70,000 crores in the 5 years. The TDP government then entered into PPAs at 5.2 and 5.9 rupees per unit, which is now brought down to 2.48, 2.49, which is a substantial savings for the government. And even the wind PPAs which were entered then were 4.84 rupees, but the corresponding period in Gujarat, the power PPAs were only 2.43 rupees per unit. So this is a substantial saving, and government is putting up all the good efforts. So we require support from the central government for us to move forward in this. And we also request permission to surrender costly thermal power allotted to our discoms from Kudigi and Valluru NTECL thermal power plants, where the power cost is 7 to 9 rupees. So this would give us a savings of around 325 crores to the state per year. And we also request the central government to help us set up the pump storage projects which the state government is envisaging to build in the coming years, so that this will provide cheap power for the country as well as the state. Madam, another concern is the Polavaram project. So there have been a lot of discussions on the approval of the estimate, though the Water Resource Department has approved the estimate for 55,658 crores. It is yet to be ratified by the cabinet. So we request the government to approve the revised cost estimate as ASAP, so that the project doesn't get affected. Madam, despite adversities like COVID and various natural calamities hitting our state, our Chief Minister, who is young and is only 1.5 years into his term, has been putting up a lot of good effort into the whole governance of the state. And we can attribute this, that AP is ranked first in the ease of doing business by DPIIT, and he has been ranked the third best CM in 1.5 years of him coming to power by a Public Affairs Center's Public Affairs Index. Even in the governance, he is in the third place. And we are in second rank with respect to commerce and industries in the Good Governance Index released by the Ministry of Personnel. And we are in the top states in Niti Aayog's India's Innovation Index. So AP, in spite of COVID, has performed well. If you take the growth rate, even from June to December, we have had a positive. We are one of the few states who had a positive growth rate even during the COVID, madam. We attribute this to our young CM, and we require support from the central government so that the various promises which were made in the AP Reorganization Act are kept up, and the promises which were made to the people of AP are fulfilled, ma'am. We demand special category status also. Our CM has met the Honorable Prime Minister and Home Minister more than 16 times, madam, requesting. The first thing he requested was special category status. So our demand is that, which was the promise was made on the floor of this very house, and we request a special category status be given to Andhra Pradesh. Madam, despite putting up such good effort, despite the opposition leader is disarrayed by the results which were there in the last assembly and parliament elections. The opposition party is involving in divisive politics. Recently, we have seen them going and meeting the Honorable Home Minister. They went and represented, showing videos which were there, which dated back to 2016 on conversions. So they are trying to mislead the people, which is not good. I suggest, through yourself, I request the Telugu Desam party also, madam, let us not spoil the interest of the state. Let us fight it out in politics, but let us not spoil the interest of the state. There have been 11 cases where the people who have been arrested have affiliation to Telugu Desam party. In all these 11 cases, in one of the cases, there is a CCTV footage where they stole a Nandi statue and they put it in the crossroads. A clear video CCTV footage is there, and Chandrababu himself agreed, saying that we have done it, yes, we wanted to put it here. So this is how the state of affairs are going. So it is very bad that anybody or any party is trying to indulge in divisive communal politics. So we are totally against it. And we also have a request, madam, the long pending request. So we have asked for CBI inquiry into Antarvedi temple incident. So to be transparent, to put things on the right perspective, the fingers were pointed out by, in spite of all these issues, fingers were pointed out by the opposition leader on us. So we demand a CBI inquiry into Antarvedi temple thing. Our government has already requested a CBI inquiry into Antarvedi temple incident. And we also have requested AP state fiber net scam where fingers were pointed to the former chief minister and his son. So we want a CBI inquiry into this also. If any inquiry is done by the state, it might look biased. So we demand a CBI inquiry into this. And we also want an inquiry into vote for note scam. We want a reply from the government because it was caught on tape. The forensic department also said that it is the voice of our former chief minister and he was trying to buy MLAs in the other state. We demand that what has happened to the case, why is it going on a snail's pace? And we also have a request, madam. So there is a press release from Income Tax Department which says that 2,000 crores were unearthed from the former chief minister's PA. If a PA is able to lead to 2,000 crores, what will the boss lead to, ma'am? We demand that where is this money, how much has been unearthed, and what is the status of this case? It should be, this is public money, madam. We want to know about it. And we also request, once again, madam, we request our opposition party in the state who are there in the parliament also. We don't know, to put it on the right perspective, let us fight it out politically. Let us not put things where, let us not bring communal politics into our state, and let us not spoil the interest of our state. And with this, we have a second speaker, so I don't want to take much of time, madam. Thanks for this opportunity and supporting this motion. I end my speech, ma'am. Thank you very much.